everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. I've been away for the past couple weeks. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know why. I was in the hospital over Christmas with some health issues that have now since resolved, so I'm very, very happy and very grateful for that. And I am trying to kind of get back into the swing of things. Just have a lot of work and house stuff to catch up on, and the kids are back in school now with all their extracurriculars, so it's been a process getting back, but I am happy to be back and feeling better. Thank you to all of you who have recently subscribed, and welcome. I'm very grateful for all your support and all of my existing subscribers who have stuck around and have been waiting for me. Your support means a lot to me as well. Today's video is going to be a plan with me, and it's going to be for January. And it's not going to be my monthly, which I do have to do as well, but it is going to be the page before. So on this page in my planner, what I like to do is either like a currently page or like a bucket list or something like that. I'm just trying to see if I can find. So that's what my previous page looked like for December, was my Christmas bucket list. And as you can see, I've almost checked off every single thing, with the exception of skating and decorating a gingerbread house. And then November, I still have to back plan for that one. But October, I did a currently. And I did like a Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas theme spread, which I absolutely love, because from October into November, I feel like it's like the perfect blend of the two holidays, like the in-between months where you're kind of like celebrating both. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Now, normally I tend to like alternate these pages. So I'll do like a currently, and then the next month I'll do a bucket list, and then currently, bucket list, and so on. But sometimes, especially around the holidays, it gets a little bit mixed up, and so I end up with like 2 in a row, which is not really a big deal. I don't have to have them alternating. That's just how it usually ends up working out. But in this case, I'm gonna have 2 bucket lists in a row. So I'll have my October currently, then I'm gonna have my winter bucket list here for the November. Then I'm gonna go and back plan as well this weekend. And then today I'm going to be doing my currently spread for January. So the idea that I had in mind was to make like a little winter scene, even though it hasn't really been winter here. The past month and a half has been dark. It's been raining. Only just this week has it been like freezing cold, but we're still not getting a lot of snow. So me and the kids are kind of disappointed. Harley is too, because as much as we're not like super fans of winter, the stuff that like helps us stay positive and get through it is like the sunny days, even when it's cold, and also doing winter activities. So like snowboarding, sledding, skiing, skating, you know, tobogganing, just being outside in the snow and playing. So I do hope that we get some of that soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to celebrate winter in my planner. So I will at least have some snow and stuff in there. So this is a craft designer paper book, 24 sheets. And I got this from our dollar store, well, dollar or more store. And it was about $4, which is pretty reasonable. I don't know if they sell this anywhere else, but $4 is a really good price to get a lot of cardstock, and you can use them for so many projects. So today I'm going to be using like this wintry theme. Well, actually, no, I'm kind of torn, to be honest. I'm torn between this snow, like snowy. Oh, why am I showing you guys there? Oh my goodness, I can show you the big pieces of paper instead, which would be a little bit easier. So I'm torn between this one. Oh, here, it's already coming off, but I don't mind. So I'm torn between this one, which is like a little bit snowy, and then the other one that I was thinking of using is like, it looks like a glacier kind of, and like ice and snow in a mountain, which might actually end up working better for what I have in mind today. If I could just find it. Trying to, of course, it's going to be the last one that I pick. So these are the 2 options. This comes off pretty easily, but I don't really mind. I just keep them all together anyway on my shelf. So this one is kind of like icy and like mountainy, and I do love the hollow. Like that's, wow, that's really intense and really pretty. Or I can go with this one, which like comparatively seems A lot more muted. Oh my goodness, this is hard. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because I absolutely can't decide, I think I'm going to tear them both and then just decide a little bit later as to which one that I want to use, because this is really difficult. And I'm just going to put the rest of these aside. And then, so the idea for today is that I'm going to make like, kind of like tear this paper and make like almost like a kind of like a little mountain scene. And then I want to have, I'm going to use some stickers from my Wrong Winterland Planner Sticker Pack, which are 12 pages of stickers, which I've used probably like, I want to say like at least 2 years in a row now. So I'll just use a little bit here and there, and I have a few stickers left. But the ones that in particular that I want to use today are these winter ones, skiing ones. So that's kind of the idea, to like put them like they're on a mountain and enjoying some winter activities, even though we are not yet, but we're staying hopeful. And then I'm going to use this Happy Planner color box sticker book and use like some beautiful silver stickers, box stickers, to place around to do like my reading, like watching, listening to, and loving. So that's the idea for today. I'm also, depending on how busy it gets, thinking of maybe doing like a little border like I normally do. I don't know if you guys noticed when I did these. So I do typically try to do like a little washi border on the side, and I do really like that. I don't know. It adds a little bit of glitter, a little bit of extra fun. And so that's the idea for today as well. I just don't know yet if I'm going to use this combination or this combination. So we'll see how it goes as we are planning. So I'm just going to move these aside, and I'm just trying to even think if I can tell just by here. I do like the mountain and the ice, but I don't know if it's too much with the pattern. Like, it's pretty bright. Or I could just do, I could do both. Would both be like crazy? Like the snow falling from the sky and the mountain? Yeah, that might be a little bit too much. What do you guys think? What would you choose in the comments below? I'd be interested to see which one you guys like more. Or if you guys have as much trouble choosing when you guys are planning as well. It's so hard for me. I don't know if it's because I'm a Libra or I'm just like indecisive sometimes. It's like, this is how I feel like when my husband asks me, you know, like, where do you want to eat? And I'm like, So I just have him pick, because otherwise we'd be starving if we waited for me to make a decision. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one first, and I'm just going to kind of just look to see where I'm going to do some of my ripping. And I think I'm going to go from here, just because there's a little bit more kind of like a goldish color down here, and I want to stick kind of like mostly to the blues, which you can see there. So, and I want to kind of like overlap it. So I want to kind of have like something here and then something more in the foreground. So let's just start ripping. And it's okay, like, if it's not perfect, because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like kind of mountainous. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of that white to look like a little bit of snow maybe. I don't know how you guys, when you guys do your rip stuff, how you make it look so neat and like so pretty. This looks like a bit of a disaster, but anyway, it's supposed to be, it's a mountain. It's not supposed to be perfect. So the idea is that it would go something like this. And then I will just go ahead and just cut this one piece here, just so that it fits nicely here. And then I have my double-sided tape that I have as well, but it's upstairs from where I was planning before. So I'm gonna grab that and be right back. All right, so I have my stuff with me. It's in it's in a little Pokemon bin. The kids gave me this for Christmas, because I plan upstairs sometimes as well. Well, I plan all over the house, really. I plan in the car. I plan like on all of our floors in bed. Like, it's just, if you know, you know. And anyway, so a lot of the times when I'm planning upstairs, I kind of have like all of my stuff out, and then like it's kind of hard sometimes for everyone else to use the table. So for Christmas, my kids and my husband got me a little tin, and they're like, this is what you can use to keep your planning stuff in, so it's not on the table, and then I can carry it around the house, which I thought was really cute. So that's why I chose to use this one. And then I just have like little stapler, some whiteout, scissors, a small pair and a large pair, so I'm going to keep both. I have my tweezers, and this is the double-sided tape that I was talking about. So I got this one from Amazon. And then I just have like a little like extra icon sticker book that I use to fill out some of my spreads. And then some like date dots and stuff like that that I have in here. So this is kind of like my little like basic planner basic kit that I carry around the house with me. I do obviously I have like my planning pack that I use when I go out of the house to keep everything. Obviously this is a little too big and bulky, so I do use a planning pack when I go to the house. And then if you haven't already seen it, I have done an office tour as well, and I have like a lot of my planning stuff downstairs. So that's where my office is. You guys can check out those 2 videos if you want to see how I organize everything else. But for today, these are the tools that I'm going to use. Okay, so for this side here, I'm going to go like that. That's good. Could probably do even a smidge more, but that's okay. That's actually pretty good. And then for the bottom, somewhere around here, I guess. And I'm just gonna like eyeball it, and then I can just trim it at the end. Now let's keep this for future projects, cards or whatever. So that's kind of the idea. I like how it looks so far, and then I can play with how high I want it too once I get the second piece. I think I'm leaning towards this one already just because as pretty as this one is, I don't know, it just seems so loud. But I did say I was going to try both, so I'm going to see what the second one looks like before I rip the second piece. And I'm not sure how I want, like this really does just look like mountains though. Okay, well, here we go. And of course, this one ripped like perfectly. So let's see the difference there. You know, I think it's, you know what I think is bothering me? I think it's the rainbow hollow. If this was just silver, I would just like love using this. But the greens and all the other colors, like it's just throwing me off too much. So you know what? I'm going to keep this one aside, and I'm going to go with the snowflake one. All right, so where was I? So I was over here. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my girls. And for that, I'm going to use the smaller stickers, the smaller scissors, I should say. And I do this because I like to just kind of like play around with where they're going to be and stuff before I put them on. I don't know if you guys like to do that as well, but some of my kits and stuff, I kind of have a better idea of where I want everything, so I just go ahead and stick. But for this, where we're going to be making a scene and I'm not sure who I'm using yet, I'm going to just cut these and just play with them. It's kind of like a puzzle. I like puzzles. I like that about planning, just kind of figuring out where everything's going to go. And then it's such a great feeling when you finally found that last piece or that spot that you want. So I want to use kind of these ones. She's really cute too. And these ones look like they're a little bit closer, whereas these ones, these girls look a little bit farther, like they're more kind of in the distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it so she is closer. And then these girls are maybe like over here or something like that. Let's see. And then, so I guess it depends on how steep I want to make this other. That's a little bit too steep. But maybe like something like that. That could be okay. And then she could be standing maybe there. And she could be up here close. Maybe something like that. So I'm going to just, I guess, rip the rest of that down. There we go. But then I end up with some of that yellow that I was trying to avoid in the first place. Unless I go back this way. let's play around with this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I know this is already too steep, so I know I can cut this to about here. And I'll just rip that for the top. There we go. Lots of more scrap pieces of paper that I can use, or sometimes I give them to my daughter too, and she likes to play around with them as well. And then now I just fiddle around with it. So, like if I put that there, and then I put this like somewhere here, maybe I make this even less steep, like that. I can't. This is where it's like, I gotta like kind of stop myself from getting too picky. I'll be here all day. So, something like that, and then something like that. Okay, so then these guys are going to be up here, or these girls are going to be up here, kind of waiting to go down the slope, and then she's going to be kind of like standing here. Maybe she's waiting for them or looking at them at another area. So we're going to start with that because I like how that looks so far, and basically I'm going to trim up everything at the end. So I always forget which way this... Oh, so I don't understand this thing. One thing that bothers me about this is that, I guess it makes sense because this has to cover this so it's not as sticky, but it's just awkward to like roll it with this thing right here. Like I wish this thing came off, but then then I would probably lose it. So maybe it's good that they did that. And then I'm just going to get a scrap piece of paper so that I don't, kids used all my paper actually, so I'm just using the back of something else just so that I don't get this all over my desk or all over my thing. So it's, one thing I like about this is you can kind of go right up to the end with it, as close as you can. And then I'll just do this side. I hope I don't run out in the middle of this project. That would be really sad, but that would be something that happens to me. So I just did a couple extra strips, and then I'm going to lay it down. Again, I'm just going to kind of just wherever I can here, as close as possible. There we go. And then what I do is I just flip my book around. This was my Christmas week spread, but I was in the hospital that week, so I haven't gotten around to going back to Back Planet, but I did lay everything down. It's a really, really pretty kit. So I really, really enjoyed it. It was a watching movies kit, which is what we ended up doing the rest of that week when I came back home. I was too tired and sore to do anything else. So, but you know, there was a silver lining. It was a really nice way, aside from not feeling well, to spend with the kids and my husband. And we normally kind of spend a couple days in our PJs anyway. A couple days after Christmas, watching movies, eating leftovers and that sort of thing. So it wasn't that far off from what we normally do. I just wasn't feeling well. So anyway, that's the week before. And then I'm going to do this one here. And I know I said I didn't mind all of this white, but I am going to cheat a little bit. Oh, do I? Or do I just leave it? I do like the smoothness of this. Maybe I'll just do a couple little... I'll just leave a couple... There we go. All right, so, and then this is the second piece. I kind of ripped off a little bit more of that white because it was just a little bit too much. And then I debated whether or not I wanted this one to be higher. I feel like everything today is a debate. I'm so indecisive. So they could be here. And then she would be down here, but then there would be so much space. Unless I make it a little bit lower. And we can see the beautiful snowflake here as well. Okay, so I'm going to put the girls down first, and maybe that will help me see better, because right now with this big chunk of whatever backing, it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to put them, oops, oh, this comes out. Oh, there's another piece here. Okay, so they're going to go probably around here. It kind of looks good, but I need to put that border here. So I'll just hold that down there for a second. And I'm going to put this down because I know for sure I'm going to be using this one. I just don't know what I'm using on the side yet, so that's okay. I know this seems like really disorganized madness probably, but it's my first time planning in 3 weeks, so I feel like I kind of like forgot what the heck I'm doing. So if I'm stressing any of you out with this disorganization, I apologize. But okay, so keep these ladies down here, and I'm going to put this probably somewhere on that line right here, and then I can put them up here. And I'll just keep this here for now. And I can pull that up later when I'm ready to put the side down. Okay, so that's looking super cute so far. Okay, so now I just need to finalize where I want this border. So like this is really pretty too. I don't really have to do the two, but I mean, I do like the way this looks kind of mountainy. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna put it a little bit lower, around the same height. Higher, no, I don't like it higher. So I'm just wondering, maybe somewhere like around here I'll put it. And it's still like a little bit lower, but that's okay. To about here, okay. I'm not able to go on super high slopes anyway. So they are just chilling at the bunny hill today. And they're having a grand old time. So I'll put that over there in my pile, and then this is going to go around here. And then again, I'm going to grab my little scrap paper with my, where's my thing? Oh, over here. Okay, so I'll use this again. Hopefully I have enough. So far, so good. Even if I can just get this side, I'll be okay. If I can't get the extra, because usually this holds it down pretty well, especially for stuff like this where it's not like moving, and when my books close, it kind of helps keep everything together as well. So I will definitely add this to my order list for next time, because it is probably going to be running out soon. And then I'm just going to put this as best I can so that everything is covered. And it doesn't matter so much if it's touching on this side, because I'm going to have that border there. But I do want to make sure it's touching over here, which it is. And then now I'm going to decide what border I want. I want this one, or if I want this one. I think I'm going to use this one. As much as I love glitter, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm in a mood today. Usually I love glitter, but today I'm feeling in a more like muted, kind of like soft look instead of like crazy over the top. So I'm just going to roll that back. The border. Trying to get it as close to the edge as possible without necessarily going off the edge. There we go. Perfect. And then now I can do all my trimming. So there's that. And then put this down. That. Perfect. And then see again if anything, oops, needs to be trimmed on the other side, which there is. So I'll do that. And the thing is with this thick cardboard, oh, there we go. It's cutting some of my planner. That's okay. Perfect. All right. It's coming along. So that's what that looks like so far. So, and I'm really happy with what I chose. I do like the snowflake one, and I like that this is lower so you can see these snowflakes here. So these girls are up here chilling on the ski slopes. And then I'm just wondering if I should add more. I want to add more girls. Like maybe she could be, because she's only like a half person anyway. Not a half person, a half sticker. So she could be like, maybe she could be standing here and she could be kind of over here. I love all of her stickers. They're so nice. And she could be maybe, I don't know, over here somewhere. That might be too much. I'm trying to like balance out the page. So I don't know if I should just have the 2 and then the 1 maybe. That might be enough. Maybe I can add like a sled here or like a dog or something else. So I'll leave the people for now and maybe grab another sticker book and see what I can add to it. Okay, so I've grabbed 2 more sticker books. I've grabbed my fall and winter one and another sticker book by Wrong. And I'm just going to see if I can kind of just add a couple little things here to make it a little bit more wintry. So I'm just going to flip through here. Okay, so, oh, actually, you know what? I can make her holding skates. She could be going skating. I like that. Either that or I could put like a snowboard here. She could be holding her snowboard. So let me just cut these out and see which one I like better. What kind of winter sports do you guys like doing? Do you guys like snowboarding, skiing, skating, everything, nothing? So I could kind of try to maybe put this, looks like it could be for her. I could kind of try to put this behind her hand maybe. Maybe she's holding that, waiting to go up on the ski lift. Or she could be, as I said, holding the skates. Though she's on the slope. But you know, I never know. There could be like a pond or something like nearby that she's going to skate on. Maybe she's just waiting for her friends. So she could be doing the snowboard, or she could be holding her skates, which are, oh, both are pretty cute. Okay, so those are those 2 options there. And I want to add some sort of an animal, like a dog or something, because like our dog, Harley, she loves going like outside in the snow. She has helped pull the kids on the sled in the wintertime. She has a special harness and she just loves it. Like we don't force her or anything. It's just, I remember the first time we ever hooked her up and then she just started running. Like she just went for it. And we were like, what the heck? But she is that's like in her nature is to pull. So it does make her happy. She's a working dog. She feels like she's contributing. Oh my God, this bulldog is so cute. Oh, but I don't know if they would like the snow. I don't have any Burmese mountain dogs in here. That's one thing that makes me sad. Is that, because that would be perfect. I used this book for Harley's birthday in the summer. So there are some stickers missing. As you can see, I like to cut out a lot of stickers. Like that's just my thing. That's how I like to plan. Leaves the book looking like a disaster, but it's cute. Like this dog's really cute too, the poodle. But no, she looks too much like she just wants to be an inside dog. Oh, look, this dog with the glasses just kills me. I think I'm gonna go for that. I don't know what all the dog breeds. I think that was like a bulldog, was it? Yeah, he's so cute. Ooh, there's 2 different sizes too. Oh my God, there's a little pug with a hat too. But I really like this guy. He is so cute. Okay, so The only thing is, I think this one is too big in terms of accuracy for my scene. So I'm going to cut him out. And, oh, of course I would be doing that off screen. Well, this isn't really super exciting, so you're not missing much. Just the process. So he's going to go there. And he's super cute. And yeah, I just really like him. I don't know what it is. Or I could do the one that's not looking. He could be looking at her like, hey, let's go play. That could be something too. And he looks a little bit more like he would be okay for the snow. What happens when you have too many good sticker books? Like he could here, like looking. Ooh, I like that too. Okay. So there's that, and then that's pretty much it for those. Those are the only two that I'm really super interested in using. So it just comes down to, of course, always me and my decisions. It just comes down to these two things. So I could use this dog, and like the snowboard. And he's like, come on, let's go. I kind of feel like that one looks a little bit like it makes more sense just because they're on a mountain. He looks like he might be cold, as cute as he is, and the size is a little bit big. But then the skates, I mean, it's too much, I feel like, with the boots. Like there's just too much going on. Like it's too much of the same thing. So I'm going to do this with the snowboard, and the dog's gonna be waiting to go snowboarding with her. I don't know if you guys have seen those dogs on YouTube. I don't know if I could ever teach our dog to do that, but the dogs who go snowboarding and all that, they're so cute. So this is the final, how it's going to be. So we're going to use her. And she's going to be about somewhere about here. Because I want the dog to be kind of sitting and looking like, let's go, Mom. So probably around there. I'm going to put that there so it doesn't stick down until I get this one layered underneath. I don't know what you guys use, if there's a special thing for it, but that's what I use. And then I just try to line that up so that she's like, oops, oh my goodness, she's holding it somehow. And the angle is still kind of cool. There we go. She's holding her board. The angle is a little bit too, see if I can get that down just a smidge. It's not so angled. The good thing about these stickers is that they do kind of lift up fairly well, but not too many times without the crease. So, and I don't want to get too much creasing on. There you go. And then we'll put the doggy there, like, come on. Let's go. And do I overlap? Put him here, or I'm going to put him right here. I'm actually going to cut the bottom off. He's just sitting there, kind of waiting patiently, being a good boy or girl. I'm going to trim that one more time. Okay. There we go. It's coming along. I really like how it's turning out so far. And then I wonder if I should put like a chalet in the distance. Is that too much? This is what it looks like so far. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I think it's coming along really well. I really love this scene. I think that is super cute. Do any of you guys take your dogs with you when you go to do this kind of thing? Oh. Okay, so see if we can do like a little, maybe like a little tree line in the background, or, I don't know. I feel like, wow, this is more, And I'm breaking my rule, but I'm not going to stick it down, but that was like somewhere up there. Would that be, it could be like a chalet. It could be okay. Right? It could be like a lodge or something. And it was the holidays, so it's okay if there's, you know what? Yep. I'm gonna go wild on this one. We're just gonna put a little ski lodge right there. There we go. And then do like maybe a little tree line in the background. But they all have stars on them. Like trees don't really. Let me see. I could lift some of these. And just get some of them like in the background almost. I don't know if that will work or if it will look okay, but we're gonna try. I'm just trying to see. If we layer that, that might be too much, I think. Yeah, that may be too much, okay. Ah. So there we go. So just leave that like that. Put these back in. And then what I will add though are a couple free snowflakes because I have some on this page, so why not? So I'm just gonna add a couple of snowflakes because it is snowing on the mountain, and just try to figure out where I want all of these. A couple of different types of snowflakes, so I'm trying to just see. And I have some here too, but this color doesn't really match. So, all right. So this one, I don't know if this one's too big. It's a little bit ginormous. Maybe we'll just do like one here, and keep this giant one for next time. Put this tiny one. Maybe up here. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And then, I don't know if I have any other ones. This is like one of my, actually I have like a couple of really tiny ones. I don't know if I have anything else with this kit. Maybe I can use some of these small ones. Tiny, but one here. And these ones are just like wherever, really. Put that up here. And there. And do I want to use this one, or might be too much? I think it's, yeah, it's too much, Okay, so I'll put that in there. Oh, I have one more small one. Didn't even see him there. And he can go over here. Perfect. There we go. I think that's all of them. Let's stuff that in there. Okay, so I think I'm good with that, because I also have to add in the actual squares, which now I don't even want to do. Oh, still a little bit. There we go. Oh, no. Use this big one. There we go. I don't even want to put anything on here now. That's the problem. Because I don't want to cover anything up. So I think it's super cute. I really hope that we get some real snow so we can do this soon. So, but anyway, let's put on some, no, I don't like that color blue. Ooh, this blue is pretty. Could use some of these. So I could either do two things. I could do all silver, or I can mix a couple different colors, which I might try to do instead, but I don't know how it's going to look, so I'm going to cut out a couple different options and see what looks better. Sometimes you don't really know what's going to look good until you try it. And then I wanted to do the silver. If I even have, yeah, I do have a couple silver left. I definitely need a new one of these. Definitely. And I might just do, oops, gotta be careful I'm not cutting two. I might just do 4. Maybe just do like 2 blues and 2 silver. It seems a little bit more balanced. Yeah, we'll do 4 this month. It doesn't have to be the 5 every time. I mean, it's your currently, right? So you can add whatever you want. Okay. So let's see where I'm going to put these. So I'm going to put one here with the doggy. The doggy's going to be having one. I'm going to put one under the girls, one in the sky. And then I guess we'll do one, with her. So like they each kind of have a currently. Or maybe I'll do another, just trying to see what, do one with the doggy over here. I'm going to do one with the girls, and then do one with her, and then do one in the sky. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. Okay, I'm going to lay them down. Oops. My hands are shaking a little bit. Sorry, guys. My carpal tunnel is acting up a little bit. So I get like, when I try to hold things to like this, they start to like shake a little bit sometimes. So put that like that. Perfect. I'm going to put this one down here, kind of where she is. Right like that. And then the last one will be with the little doggy. It'll be about here, maybe. And we'll make the doggy go over the square, which is why I'm glad these kind of can be moved so easily. Put that like that, and then put doggy over. All right, I think I am finally done my currently page for January. So that is what the final look is. I think it turned out really well. And that is the process behind it. As you can see, I went in like so many different directions from start to finish. But that's what I like about planning too. Like it's kind of like you have a bit of a plan, but it's like if you're a little bit flexible in the middle, then you really just let that creativity go. And then you just kind of end up with something that you didn't even expect. And it's kind of a nice surprise. So the last thing that I need to do is just kind of write in what I'm currently like watching, reading, listening. Last time was a little bit shaky, so I'm just going to do that off screen and then be right back. I've written everything in, and this is what I've been currently reading. It is a From Blood and Ash book. I think it's the 3rd one, and it's Crown of Gilded Bones. I was recommended this series from a fellow planner here on Instagram, and I've been really loving the series so far. For the show that I've been watching The Nanny, which I don't know if any of you guys remember this show, but I think it was originally ran in the 90s. And at the time, I guess I was too young to appreciate it, so I didn't really watch it, but it showed up on Netflix. And so I decided to watch it, and I really loved it. And I just finished the last episode last night, so I'm going to be looking for a new show. If any of you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Old or new, I'm not really picky as long as it's good. For a song or what I'm listening to, this is like a podcast, and it's Dark History by one of my favorite YouTubers, Bailey Syrian. So I've been listening to that like at home when I've been doing like chores or planning or in the car, driving to work, which I'm happy to be back to. And then what I've been loving is a Starbucks White Hot Chocolate. I love it way more than the regular hot chocolate, and I have been getting it every single time I go, which is not that often. It's kind of a treat. So I go maybe like once a week on Fridays, just as a little, hey, you made it through the week kind of thing. But that's what I've been really loving for the past month. And yeah, so that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I apologize if it was a little bit too rambly or disorganized at all. I hope you enjoyed watching the process, as crazy as it might have been. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!